Hi Scrubs, I hope you're well. So we're back in Horsehaven World Adventure. So there's been loads of new horses added to the game that we're going to have a look at in a moment, a couple of new events, but before we do that, I want to just briefly talk about a lot of the feedback that you guys gave in the last video about the Christmas Spirit Sprint event thing. And a lot of you had exactly the same experience as I did, and I continued to have that experience where I was landing on the same places on the board over and over again. A lot of you expressed that the board felt very rigged to you, and I continued to have the exact same thing. So it's nice to know that it wasn't just me, but it's also not nice because it means everybody was pretty much having that exact experience with the board. And I also had a lot of crashing issues with the game as well during that event, so I'm glad it's gone. I don't want to see it again for a little while unless they improve upon that, because the first time we got that event I liked it, this time around did not like it at all. Don't want to see it. But I didn't manage to get any of the horses that I needed off the board, so that soured my mood quite a bit with it. So I haven't been playing Horsehaven a lot. I've been logging on to get my stockings that I got for that event, but thankfully now we have a new event, new stuff, so we're going to look at it. We're going to hope that that disaster that happened over Christmas does not happen again. So we've got a couple of different things to look at. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the new horses. So in here, in the exclusive horses, I believe there is 4 horses that I have seen. So the first one in the list, if I can find it, is Lover. So Lover has a tier 1, a tier 2, which is kind of purple. Tier 1 seems to be pink. And the tier 3, which is like this sort of blonde, maybe grey horse, possibly. And then the one after that is Dragon. Now this one looks super, super cool. I actually am kind of tempted to get this horse. I'm going to wait though and see if I do like the tier 3 whenever people have bred up to tier 3, and then I'll probably make a decision on this. But there's a tier 2 which is like a blue and green, and then the tier 3 which is yellow and black by the looks of it. So it looks really, really cool on the screenshots that I've seen of it, and I'll include one on screen now so you can have a look at it. But it does look like quite a neat horse. The next one is, if I can find it, the one that is also available is Cupid. We're actually going to be trying for this one shortly. I don't know if I'll get to do it today. First one's pink. The next one is sort of like a chestnut, and then we have a very, very bright pink. Don't know what I think about that one, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's the Cupid horse, and it's breedable. Now we can actually go ahead and breed Armor, which I'm not going to do just yet, but I am going to do it in a little bit. There's one other horse that I saw that I hadn't seen before, and I'm trying to find it. Chocolates. Here we go. Chocolates. So this looks like a little pony. It seems to be bay most of the way through, but just different mane styles on it. Pretty much a similar colour the entire way through. I haven't actually seen any previews of this. I've seen previews of some of the other ones, but I haven't actually seen any of that. Now, for the first time ever, we can actually breed Armor. So if we click on this here, this is the limited time breeding event. So this is very much like the stuff that we had around Halloween. So if I go back over here, right now for the next 13 days I can use the American Indian and the Glimmering Fairy Horse to breed Aquarius. And from Aquarius and Vida, I can breed Armor. And using Lady and Armor, I can breed the little Cupid horse. So I think this is a better looking pony model than some of the current ones that we've had. I'm not sure that I like this particular one based on the colours. I like a lot more of the horse models usually than the pony ones, but it is quite neat, and we're going to try and breed Armor today, so if we can maybe possibly get Cupid as well. And then in, I believe, 13 days time, we're going to get another recipe. Seems to start off with the Canadian Pacer. My guess is either this might be Chocolate or Lover. I know it's not going to be Dragon, but that would be my guess as to what that will possibly be. If anybody knows for sure, you can let me know down in the comments below. So the twin breeding event is back. So there are 4 milestones of this. The first one's 100, then 300, 500, and 900. The first 2 are going to give you diamonds, and then after that you're going to get rewards that you can place on your ranch. Those are just like visual things. You can collect these by visiting friends, petting friends' horses, and breeding with friends' horses, and you get these little tickets. And with those little tickets, you can then use those to basically breed twins in your breeding house, which is why they're really useful and they're quite good. Good time to sometimes breed The constellation horses and things like that. I'm just thinking of Gemini, because Gemini is like one of my favorites. The tier 3 of that is really gorgeous. I did actually manage to get the tier 3 of it. So obviously to start off with, we're going to go ahead and try and breed armor. So here's my Vida. And I've already got my Aquarius over here. So we've got a 35% chance of breeding armor. So this is quite a cool horse. I'm hoping that if I get it today, then I can possibly try breeding for Cupid or try and get a higher tier of armor. So we're going to give this a go. Now, obviously, it's not on these two aren't on the same ranch, so I'm going to try it once and see. Do you want the twin breeding? You can get twins, foals of different genders with 50 twin points. We're only going to do normal breeding right now because I'm not interested in twins with this one in case it fails. So we've got a 35% chance of getting armor, 35% chance of getting Vida, 30% chance of getting Aquarius. I'm actually going to put 70 diamonds in and hope that I up my chances of this and land it. Please don't land anywhere else. I beg you. Please, 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 please. Okay, we're good. Yes. Okay. That looked like it was actually going to be in our favor. So that was where we're spending that. Right. So we've now got the tier 1 armor. There we go. So we've got tier 1 armor bred. So now we can go ahead and try and get Cupid from this horse. Let's have a look at this one. So this is a horse I've never had before. It's never been breedable before, so it is quite pretty. I do like the Pegasus. I'm not this keen on this particular coat. I think there are a couple of other colours though. So there is this one, which I really like. That one's really pretty, with the dapple grey. And then this one, which is like red hair, like almost like a Palomino sort of buckskin. Not as keen on that. I'd say the tier 2 is probably my favourite out of those. Okay, so we've got our armor horse and we also have Lady, so we're going to go ahead now and try and breed Cupid from these two horses. I really wish they'd add a feature which makes it easier to look for particular horses, because honestly sometimes it takes so long to find them. There's a really big chance we could get this actually. So we're going to breed our armor horse here to Lady, so let's give this a go. They're not on the same ranch, so we're going to have to do that. Okay, so Lady, we have a 5% chance of landing. Cupid is at 47. Armor's at 48. I'm going to up our chances here on this, even if it is just at 10%. Hopefully it'll make that difference. Please, please, please land on the right horse. Oh my god, I thought it was about to land on the tier 3 Lady and I was about to yell or scream or something. Okay, so we have a tier 1 Cupid. That's perfect. That's going to insta-grow that now, so we can see this little pony. That is actually kind of cute. I do actually kind of like it. I mean, it's not entirely my cup of tea, but it is actually kind of cute, and I think it's a bit nicer than some of the current ponies that we have in the game, at the very least. So we now have armor, and we now have Cupid, so hopefully we'll be able to get some of the other horses that are going to come out soon as well. Now, to fulfill our twin breeding event here, I'm going to go ahead and breed to one of my friend's horses. Okay, so here's the tier 3 armor. I really don't think we're going to land this. It's got like 6% chance, but we're going to give it a go. We're just going to go with normal breeding. We have a 44% chance to land the tier 2. At the very least, I'd like to land the tier 2. I'm not going to spend any diamonds on this now, because I'm not rushing this. Oh, that was close. Nearly landed back on the tier 1. So there's the tier 2. This is probably my favourite out of the armor horses. Okay, so we just got a diamond reward here from the twin breeding event because we have reached our first milestone with that now. So in here on the Purebreed Society, we have the Canadian PSO, the Gelderland and the Clydesdale that are up for a few days. At the moment I need more the green gems before I can do too much about it. There are some other tier 4s coming up. I believe we have the Celle Francais and the Württemberger. Don't think I see anything else in there right now. I wonder then, is it exclusive? Possibly for the tier 4. It's coming up. Red Hood, there we go. So Red Hood is coming up in a few days. So obviously if you need to work on that one, make sure you've got the progress you need to be able to breed that. One other thing at the minute that is available that I'm kind of pleased about is the fact that we have Gabriel Christmas in here. Obviously Red Hood is available in the Hong Kong racing with puzzle pieces and ink pieces as well. But the only one that I'm missing right now is Gabriel Christmas, and I have 51 out of 80 puzzle pieces for that, so this is the one I'm going to be aiming for because I missed it on the board. So we'll check how many treasure boxes I have. 3. Okay, so I need to do one more race in here. Let's bring Mermaid, because I actually quite like this horse. It is quite cool looking, I have to say. I'm curious to see, out of these horses that are being released this time around, I think Dragon's definitely my favourite out of the horses that we've currently got for this next couple of weeks. I have to say it's probably the prettiest, I think, out of all of them. Don't know whether I'm going to like the tier 3 though. Okay, there was our last treasure box out of those, so I'll have a couple of puzzle pieces out of those, and then hopefully I can hurry up and finish and get this Gabriel Christmas horse, because I've been missing that one forever. Here's my Anticipation 3. I have had the foal in my breeding house for literally ages. And this is the first time I've actually taken it out. There we go. So we now have our tier 3 Anticipation horse. I think this is quite nice. I do like this one. I think out of all of them, I think it's probably my favourite one. I do like the red one, having said that, but I think this is really nice, so finally got that out of my stable. So here is my Gotland tier 4. I have needed to breed this horse for ages. I've had the Gotland tier 3s for the longest time. This definitely needs an update, this particular model. I think a lot of the ponies really need an update, and I think that Cupid model is much nicer than the old pony model for sure. The last thing I wanted to show you guys was my tier 3 Constellation 3 Gemini. So I'm super pleased with this horse. I really like this horse a lot. It's probably one of my favourites out of all the Constellation horses that I own for sure. It's really super gorgeous. I really like this horse a lot. Anyway, Scrubs, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the horses that are coming out. Remember, we've got quite a few that are coming out over the next couple of weeks. We do have Red Hood coming up as a tier 4 certificate really soon as well, so keep your eyes out for that if you're looking to get it. But anyway, Scrubs, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you had a lovely day, and bye guys!